Oh man, I love the gaming chair. This feels like I'm being hugged from behind. When I first got this, I sat in this chair for like 3 hours and I didn't move. It was so good. Oh, that's really bright. Ugh. So that's not to say that this chair is amazing. In fact, it's basically fine at best. I'm just saying that gaming chairs in general are amazing and you should buy one. But this right here is the Blitzwolf GC2. It costs about 120 bucks, not on sale, which is actually a very, very cheap price for gaming chairs. Probably the cheapest you can get. And on sale, I could actually find this for about 100 bucks, which is even cheaper. Before I got this, I actually read a lot of reviews on gaming chairs, and people are always saying, don't buy the cheapest gaming chair. I didn't buy this, full disclosure. Banggood sent this to me to test out. But then again, I was like, you know what, let's just test it out. It's not really gonna hurt. So yeah, so I tested this out, and I'll start with all the bad stuff in this chair first. Oh yeah, took me about 30 minutes to set up this chair, so not very long at all. And it wasn't very hard. So okay, let's start from the bottom, and we'll go all the way to the top and talk about all the bad stuff. The first one, these wheels here are made of rubber, like soft-ish rubber. So if you like roll it on your hardwood floor, that's not gonna scratch your floor. But then again, this thing gets really dirty. You can see right here all the dirt on the wheels, so that's something that's just not very good. The other thing as well is that these 5 legs, I mean, I've used a couple of office chairs, obviously, because I work in an office, but these legs here, they are like the quality of the finish here is really bad. You can tell it's like really bad finish. It's a little bit rough. It's a little bit scuffed up straight out of the box, and the colors are a little bit faded as well. You know, these red accents here are supposed to make it look good, but in my opinion, it makes it look even cheaper. So there's that. And there's the middle thing, which kind of is loose as well, but whatever. What else do we have here? Right, we have the footrest. So the footrest here obviously does not extend out far enough. But then again, this is like a normal for all gaming chairs. All gaming chairs don't extend that far out. So as you can see, they kind of, here, I'll show you this way. They support my calves, so they're not very comfortable. Ideally, they would come out all the way to here, to my ankles. But I guess it's better than nothing. But then again, all gaming chairs are like that. What else? Oh, right. The other thing here is that the armrests are a little bit wide. So it's a little bit hard to like how you're supposed to type. Your keyboard is like here. So your arms are kind of really far apart, which kind of sucks. But hey, what can you do? So right, I'm a smaller guy. I'm about 160 pounds or 70 kilograms, and I'm 5'8". So if you're, I guess, a smaller guy and you get this chair, this is not meant for big guys, by the way, because you can see I'm not that big, and I'm already filling out most of the chair already. These armrests are a little bit far apart, so good for gaming because you have your mouse on one hand and your keys on the other hand, but for like typing, you gotta kind of do this, which, yeah, not very good. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is the material of this chair. So the material here is like, you know, that kind of fake leather. I would have preferred if this was not fake leather and was like a mesh material instead, because this fake leather here, if you get all sweaty, or sorry, no, if you get all hot and you're sweaty, you're gonna stick to this chair kind of disgustingly. Mesh would have been way better, but then again, if you spill something on this, it's gonna roll right off-ish, so I guess that's the advantage of that. The other thing as well that I noticed is that these plastic covers that cover the working of the chair, kind of doing this, is really bad quality as well. So there's that. Bad quality, legs are bad quality. The fabric at the bottom, you can't see it, but it's kind of stapled on fairly carelessly. And the other thing as well is that it actually came with a small cut right here out of the box as well. So not the highest quality chair. In fact, it's a pretty low quality chair. But then again, it is $120. So can't really expect too much for that. Okay, so on to, I guess, the good things about this chair. I guess what I can say is that it kind of works as a gaming chair. I mean, all the functions you want are there. I mean, it does do this. Like that. And this thing works pretty well. There's a spring for it to come back up as well, so you don't have to kind of pull it back up. Obviously, there's your leg rest. That works as well. A little bit short, like I said before, but your leg rest is there. I usually have an extra leg rest, so a second one out there, so I can have my legs kind of in a nice position. The armrests move up and down as well. They go in and out like this as well. And yeah, the other thing as well is your pillows here are, they also work as intended. They go up and down to support, different heights, different weights. And then of course you have your neck pillow, which suits me fairly well. I think this neck pillow is a little bit big for my neck. I would have preferred if the pillow was maybe like 2/3 of the thickness of this. Oh, actually, one more bad thing to talk about. This is actually pretty big, and I almost forgot about it. So as you can see, the padding here is not a lot. So I sat here, like I said at the beginning of the video, I sat here for 3 hours, right? And it was pretty good. But then at the end of 3 hours, I could feel my butt kind of like getting sore because the padding here is not very thick and it's not super supportive. So if you're sitting here for a long time, you're gonna start feeling it. So what I actually had to do was I actually had to kind of shift position like this and sit for a little bit, and then shift this way and sit a little bit, and then it was okay. But otherwise, do be aware the padding here is not that thick. All right, so do I recommend this product? Well, so between this and a $100 office chair, I would pick this. And the main reason for that is that every office, my ideal office chair is one where I can rest my head against the back, because most office chairs, they cut off right here at your shoulder, which means that when you're sitting and you want to lean your head back, your head just goes like, ugh, like this, right? That being said, if you want to go down the office chair route, there's a lot of, good quality office chairs for, I think, about $200. But if you wanted to go gaming chair, you wanted the aesthetics, you will pay a premium for the gaming chair aesthetics. As you can see here, it's got a bucket seat, it's got the red accents everywhere to make it look, all legit gaming and stuff. And yeah, so you do pay an extra for that. And if you want something like that, you want the accents, you want the colors, I mean, I can't really stop you, but this is not the best value if you want like ergonomic whatever. It is pretty comfortable though. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. If you do want to check out this gaming chair, the Blitzwolf GC2, please do check it out in my description below. Click on that link and it'll take you to the page where you can check this chair out. But other than that, thank you so much for watching and have a good one.